Okay boys and girls, today we're going to make lily wool and it's a textural art project. So what you're going to get are 3 templates in a Ziploc bag, and what I'd like you to do, it even tells you what to do on them, but I'd like you to draw around one of these shapes, one of these shapes, and then we need to do 2 of these. So I'm just going to do that very quickly with my pencil. Go round 1. So you want to make sure that everything fits on your grey paper. 2, and then 1 of these, and move it across and do it again. And once you've got that all traced out, you're going to get your scissors and you're going to cut it out. So once you've cut out your templates, you should have 4 pieces. Please make sure that those 3 templates are back in the Ziploc bag and they're ready for the next student to use in the next lesson, so we don't lose any pieces. And now you should have a body, a head, an ear, I'll just stick that in there, and an ear like that. So we're going to actually get the shape. This is looking pretty cool actually. And what I want to do with this ear, if you watch me now, is I'm going to cut it in half. If you're not too sure where the half is, just do what I'm going to do right now. Fold it, and where you've got the little fold, you know you've got the half. Because what I want to do is turn that bit into the tail and this bit up here like that, okay? Then just want to lay it out and push up the body. Your paper is going portrait, which means it's going up and down long ways so that we can fit in lily wool. And what we're doing today is we're learning about texture and collage, and we're combining it with some literature as well. Alright boys and girls, so now I've got it kind of laid out. I want to stick down. First I'm going to pull this out of the way and this out of the way and just slide that across. What I want to do first is actually stick this ear down there and stick this tail down, so I know it's there. You can see how the wider part of the oval shape is going to stick out, so the narrower part is going inwards, okay, like that. So before I actually do the texture on lily wool, what I want to do now is with a black crayon actually go round. I'm going to press fairly firmly around the shape of the ear there and go round the shape of the ear here. This is actually creating a really great contrast with the soft grey that we've used for the paper that we cut out with the templates. I'm going to go round lily wool's tail. I'm also going to go round the face as best as I can, kind of a bold textural line as well, around. And I'm going to give her a rainbow shape for her eye, and then a smile with a little line there. And then I'm going to get a construction crayon, which I will have for you to use, and blush up her cheeks. Now the next thing I need to do is actually draw 2 lines that come down and down. I'm just going to do a little tiny foot like that. There we are. And then I'm going to go, I know that's going to be covered in cotton balls, but I'm going to have her arms coming out like that. Now just the way it is in the book, I'm just going to come around and I'm going to do sort of like swirly, not go over the lines that I've got sticking out of her limbs, her legs, her arms. Just some swirly lines, twist them around, go backwards. Imagine an airplane doing loop-the-loop tricks in the sky. Okay? So we've gone around the paper like an airplane doing tricks with loops and spirals and curls, just to frame in the lily wool. Now this is the fun part. Of course, lily wool would not be complete without adding fluffy, woolly texture to our body. So what I'd like to do is take I'd say 3 balls, maybe 4, and if you pull them apart so that they're not all lumpy and just they start to look like wispy clouds, you're going to use this glue here. So what I'd like to do is just do a little dot, if it will come out, there we are, and just dab it on, and you actually use the cat and just smear it on a little bit like that. And when you've got a little area, go around the edges because you want to get round there, and then very carefully press down. You want to cover up, but don't cover up her ears, but you want to cover up her body. That's looking really lovely. So I'm going to put some more glue on. So I'm just going to do it in stages. So I'm going to do a little dot, and then I'm just going to rub it in, stretch it across, because if you do too much glue it's going to be really, really messy. But what I'm doing is I'm actually drawing with it and stretching it on. I'm going to continue with this, boys and girls. So now, boys and girls, what we need to do is actually create some clothing. So Lily the wool is going to hold either a pair of pants or a pair of shorts or a shirt, and I've got a little handout that shows you how to draw. So I will show you, I'm just going to use these bright colours here so you can see, but if I was to do a shirt, I would start off with a U for the neck, 2 lines for the shoulders, bring that down. We're starting to create the sleeves. Bring the line up just a little bit, up just a little bit, then bring the body of the t-shirt down, curve it, and then you can cut it out. You can actually add some details to it if you want to. I'm going to have all sorts of colours and pattern paper for you, so if I cut that out, Lily Wool's going to be holding that one up. If I wanted to do pants, I would go with a line across like that, that's the waistline. I do a slight diagonal coming down, another slight diagonal coming down, and curve it for the bottom of the pants, and then do a dot there, so I bring it down, so I've got a V, and there are my pants. And again, same thing, you could draw in pockets with stitches, a button, stitches for the base of the hemline at the bottom, cut those out, and Lily Wool would be holding those. And finally, if you wanted to do the shorts, again we're going to do the waistline, so just a slight curved line, bring a little diagonal line down there, little diagonal line down there, they're not going as long as the pants, and then bring a line across, and then a short V. And then you could do some lines across there, so that shows that they're like Bermuda shorts all turned up, and if you want to, you could even add pockets to that as well. So I will show you what it looks like when I get them cut out with Lily the Wool. You have learned about texture. I want you to figure out where the texture is. Where is actual texture? That's it right there. And we used soft cotton balls for that. We also used mixed media, which meant that we used crayons, we used paper, we used cotton balls, and this was probably about 3 cotton balls that it took to do that. We also used line, and we made a continuous line that went all the way around to create a frame. Okay? So now it's your turn, boys and girls. Let's go and make our own Lily Wool.